remaining maps. So I think it's definitely a choice that Paranoid would have made. Sorry, what was that?
Anyhow, shall we introduce our players, Elmo?
I think we should. Go ahead.
Why, thank you. In the top right-hand corner of the map, at 1-1, winner of the first game, loser of the second game, representing Team Acer, he's the red Zerg, he's Paranoid.
And in the bottom left-hand side, it is going to be the blue Protoss player representing RoxKis, winning that last game and now tying up the series. It is Titan.
So we've seen two very, very different games come out of our Protoss player Titan so far. On Whirlwind, he was kind of forced down a macro avenue that maybe he wouldn't really want to go down, and in the end he was out macroed by a Zerg swarm and just lost under sheer weight of roaches. In the second game, he went for more of an aggressive kind of harassment and timing based strategy, and it worked for him and he won. So I wonder if we'll see more of the same this time.
Yeah, definitely, I have to agree there. I think the thing was, the Titan pretty much was forced in a defensive situation on map number 1, which maybe really doesn't suit him. I don't know how his attitude towards the game is, but that might just not be his favorable playstyle. If that actually is the case, then we definitely know why he won game number 2, because there he was playing as the aggressive player. He was definitely going for pushes. He was trying to end this game himself. He was not trying to wait it out until Paranoid would just die himself. So I think maybe if Titan is indeed such a player, we will once again see a very, very aggressive style out of him.
Well, he went gateway first, so with the gateway first, it opens up the opportunity for early pressure, early tech advancement. He's not gone for a quick expand, which is different to the first two games. So I think his suspicions could be right, Elmo. We could see yet more aggression here. His pylon blocked the Zerg's natural once again. He's extremely delaying the Zerg expansions, forced to take it down the third 100 minerals later than he would have liked to have done. So could we see him? Though the probe did go down, so could we see? Is he going to stick with his early aggression, do you think, Elmo?
I don't know. I mean, losing that probe is definitely not really nice for him, just because he will not be able to get map vision. He won't be able to get proxy pylons down as quickly as he probably would have liked to. So that could force a change of plans here. But if he really wants to go for early aggression, he definitely will go for early aggression.
Well, I'd take that off the menu just now, because he's dropped his Nexus in response to will he change his plan? Yes, Emma, he absolutely will. He's going to put down that. Oh, some Zerglings are going to sneak in. The Mothership Core is just arriving in time to fend those off. So they're not going to get much done. They're not going to see much either. Another gas taken now. And our Zerg player once again has gone up to 3 hatcheries very, very early.
Yeah, indeed. So maybe Titan is going to look to punish that. I don't know if he has a clue of that 3rd hatchery. Not really. Definitely going for such a quick hatchery on such a small map, with the Protoss going for a gateway first, is kind of a risky style to open up. Just because usually... Yeah, it definitely... Schmigel just mentioned that it actually was kind of forced due to that pylon block, but still I have that feeling that it is kind of a risky style. And Titan might look to maybe punish that.
I think you're certainly forced to take your natural at your 3rd. The fact that you've then gone to complete the 3rd hatchery is... that's a tactical decision. So he is sticking with these, and it's going to go really, really badly, because it looks like we're getting a 4-gate here. 3 more gateways coming down. Warp researched. Proxy pylons down at the top. We got a 4-gate here, Elmo. Does he have enough to hold it?
So far, not really too much. He has just 6 links, which will definitely not be enough. The question is, has he got a clue of what is going on? He definitely saw that there were indeed 4 gateways for Titan coming down here, so he should know that there is something heading towards him, especially after seeing that very, very aggressive pylon there. And he also will spot the other pylon there, which is definitely very nice, and the probe also will go down here, which means that there will no more be any proxy pylons for Titan. So the potential 4-gate push already has been held. But the question is, did Titan really plan on being extremely aggressive with that 4-gate push, or was he just faking some aggression to force some drones? Or some units, I'm sorry.
I'd suggest he's committed to it because he's just dropped yet another proxy
Oh.
pylon. He's staying committed to this. And now that probe is running away. It's going to get picked up by the Zerglings. So he's trying to get that proxy pylon down, but it's just not happening for him. The Zerglings have ignored the proxy pylon. And we're getting a warp in now.
I don't know if that's
that
really
could
the
be
smartest
costly.
decision. I think going for that proxy pylon might have been a little bit smaller just because the Protoss player will no longer be able to reinforce here. And now we have a lot of zealots, with no plus wonder, but still it's a lot of zealots heading towards his natural base there. And we only have Lynx to defend that, so he definitely needs to get a good surround here if he wants to be able to deal with that.
That's why you A move and don't move, Command Elmo. The Zealots are now in. That pylon is now serving as a great reinforcement point. There's more Zealots running, carving away at that natural. There's just so many of them. More Zerglings come down, but the Zealots outnumber them, well, outpower them, not outnumber them. There's more running in, but it's just not going to be enough. This looks like this natural's going to go down. The Queens are going to join the party. He might just hold it up. He's working his way at the proxy pylon, so the proxy pylon does now go down. It could be a hold here, Elmer, but at what cost?
At what cost indeed? We already see so many zealots going to down all of those queens. Even the mothership core gets away here, which means that there is the potential of a recall, and the natural hatchery is going terribly low here on HP. We see 26 more Zerglings, but the natural hatchery will definitely go down here. I'm sure that that is going to happen here. Also the mothership core once again goes in here, throwing down that time up, pretty much slowing down those queens so that the zealots actually can get us around. A lot of damage already being dealt here from Titan. It is not looking too hard for Paranoid once again. Eventually, sure, he's going to be able to hold that push, but he just took so much damage.
He did, and it looks like the last Zealots now will fall. They've taken so much with them, and the Mothership Core is still hanging around, being really, really annoying because there's nothing that can kill that. The Queens are dead. There are Lings hovering around in the map now. We were in an interesting phase of the game now. There are sentries back at home to force field off the wall. But could we see a counter-attack? He's going to do very well to slip it past the sentries, Elmo.
I think he's definitely going to go for the counter-attack here just because of units. But I don't think it's going to happen here. And also now we see Titan going for... Oh, look at it. He's actually blocking the links in. Oh, that is very aggressive here. But behind all of that, we already saw Titan going for the Stargate transition. He's now going to build Void Rays, which definitely will help him out big time just because Paranoid by no means can have enough anti-air to be able to deal with them properly. And also they just do so much damage, if you think of it.
Absolutely, and with that number of sentries on the field, it can be force fields at will. There's just Lings at the moment to hold this off, and 4 Queens. Obviously Lings, the count can rise very, very quickly, but Void Rays against Lings, I'm going to fancy the Void Ray. And with that Stargate transition, there's going to be more on the way. There's a second one just popped. I fear it's, unfortunately for our Zerg player, Paranoid, it's a matter of time until Titan chooses to push. In fact, has he chosen to push now? He's moving out.
I think so. And he has so many sentries, look at that. That means force fields for days. Usually indicates that those links will have no chance at all if the force fields land somewhat properly. So I think Titan is going to put on a lot of pressure here onto Paranoid. And the question is, can he once again hold on to this game?
Well, still he fails to put down that proxy pylon, but great force fields. I don't think he's going to need the proxy pylon as he's going to move on into the base. He's going to start taking out overlords. Paranoid's going to find himself supply block very, very soon. The force field comes down, fending off those reinforcements from the main, the sentries in the main. Overlords falling. Mining time denied. Here come the Zerglings, but it's just not going to be enough, Elmo.
No, not indeed. Nowhere close it is going to be enough. The Voiders are just pretty much uncontested. Eventually a couple of Queens will arrive, but they just go down so quickly. The natural is eventually going to fall here once again, and GG is called.
GG
Titan
indeed.
turns around the series and advances into the next round.